All right, we are live.
Good day, football fans. Good day, football fans. Your favorite number one podcast show is back. Sorry, the Metabolite is back. Metabolite is back. And this is our weekend preview show where we discuss the weekend round of games and talk about our take and position towards it. And also look back towards some midweek action. We saw the like of Chelsea and Man City taking part in the Carabao Cup actions, and also the draw for the semi-final was taking place. We also have the like of Real Madrid and Barcelona taking actions in their Copa del Rey classics. So we'll move on to our show. In the house, we have a semi-full building. Let's start with our producer, our technical advisor, and our La Liga rep. What do you have for now?
I'm all right, man. Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back again on, the hottest sport in town. So, good evening, everyone.
All right, now, good day, good day. Let's now move on to our Chelsea rep in the building. Brilliant, have fun now. Brilliant. The mic is awful. Brilliant, no day line. Or maybe he's busy. Let's move over. Emma, that one, Liverpool rep in the building.
I greet you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen. Oh.
I
I
got
get
this
the house.
Liverpool don't show again.
No, we're bouncing back. We're bouncing back little by little.
All right. Hopefully, the rest can join us. I'm your host, Victor, and also an Arsenal fan in the building. Let's just before we move on, let's just please, if you are listening to the show, please subscribe, like, comment, engage, share the gospel. YouTube on 121 followers, just subscribers. TikTok, we are currently on 374 followers on TikTok. Yeah, please,
Okay.
374 followers on TikTok. Please share the gospel, like, subscribe, and share the metabolites are here to stay. So we'll move on to our particular statement for today, where we discuss the weekend round fixtures and our collective picks. But first, let's start with some midweek action, where we see the like of Man City and Chelsea taking place in the EFL Cup. Brilliant, are you with us now? Brilliant, how far? Brilliant.
Brilliant. See, they make it back.
I think my
You just react. Let me
Mona no vex, I dey work, so my mouth no go fit dey talk all the time. Good evening, everybody.
welcome. Oh, Allah.
Yes, thank you for thanking me for welcoming me.
Once you have
How was the ever making?
Oh, I don't chop eba since before 8 o'clock, oh, so don't be eba with that one.
what do they feel? You feel just comment, maybe bring you for Chelsea segment. Abi you dey free now?
The thing na say I no go fit actually know na when as na customer basis na as customer need me I go just so like this now I dey free na just free na.
I talk about
So
Chelsea performance against Cardiff and their potential draw against Arsenal. In case Arsenal win, shall
match where Crystal Palace go win.
let's talk about Chelsea and the draw too. Just
Nketiah to score the dagger. No, the thing is, Cardiff were a team that they are a team that they were already informed before meeting Chelsea, right? And it was a home game for them. We traveled all the way to Wales, and it wasn't going to be an easy fixture. The coach of Wales, I say Wales of Cardiff, he has been doing a great job for them. If you check their last 5 games before us, you see what I'm talking about. So, fine, they are playing in League One and we are playing in the Premier League. There's a gulf in quality, yes, but we know that this is the Carabao Cup. We know that things can happen in these kind of games. So I'm delighted that we were able to come out with a win. Although it was supposed to be like that anyways, where we were supposed to come out with a win. It was almost a scare, but our players found the willpower to come out of it with a victory. So I'm glad with their performance. Not happy that they could actually, but if you actually look at the goal they scored, it's not as if there was nothing we could do to defend that. It was a very good cross, very nice header. So it's a good one. The fact that we could actually come out of that and find the win in the end so late in the game and not take it to extra time is a good thing. So I'm happy with the performance of our team during the week.
What about the potential matchup with Arsenal both leg in the semi-final?
Oh, that one. It's football now. You must face some one or two big opposition once in a while, but we have already given Arsenal a run for their money in this season. So we can do it again. I believe we can do it again. It's going to be over both legs. So at least we have the insurance that if we don't perform in the first leg, we can try and salvage the situation in the second leg. It's going to be a good one.
Who
And I
says
believe
Arsenal
that
is going to make it past the next round?
as I dey talk about Arsenal, na so I go still talk about Crystal Palace now. No be me dey tell us say na so I go still talk about Crystal Palace now. Uh, since it is say he don dey feel say he don already see sef that next week, so when we get here I go shock am. That time mind go dey. For now make e dey see himself.
You're
No,
the
it's
person's in trouble. We should tell you.
People they read my mind though.
yes. So they even dey play
Oh,
like this sef, but na Uche na im Crystal Palace start. So we fit still look maybe Uche fit do something for us that next week. Let's
no
just
wahala,
see.
no wahala. Alright, Liverpool play
Well,
Carabao Cup. Who they face?
we don't come up for the competition now. We live up for which people power can because we don't to carry the competition. So we dey live up for the less privilege. Like the Arsenal now never carry trophy for 6 years.
Mm,
So maybe whether they fit carry this one. So why?
All right, your take on Man City match. Did you see the game? Did you?
Uh,
What was your take on the game?
I did not watch. I did not really watch the game. I think it was a 2-0 win. I think
Yes, yes.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0 win. The thing is, I expected as much. Although they didn't really start like the main players, but then they still have a strong squad. Their bench. I think they have recovered from their injury crisis, which they faced earlier on in the season. Likes of Mamouche, Aisnori, many of these their players they are back yet. They are back. So I just feel like because if you look at their past, Man City's past about how many games now, Pep has been playing specific players. I think he has found the lineup that he wants to be using for the season. Uh, So this game was like an opportunity for the other players to come in and then maybe show their potential or something like that. So it was a good win. I knew they were going to win because number one they had the home advantage, and I think they are in the kind of a good form. They are in a good position right now. So it's a solid win. Uh, it's just a good win. That's what I just expected from Manchester City. I did not expect anything less.
All right. Thank you. You also saw the lack of Newcastle winning 2-1 against Fulham, and we saw no, yes, that was, and we are going to see Arsenal take on Crystal Palace next week for the last spot for the semi-final. The draw was made yesterday, and Man City are taking on Newcastle, and Arsenal and Chelsea are going to face the Arsenal of Crystal Palace. Uh, both both legs going to be two leg affair to decide who's going to be in the final. Now, we also saw some games in the La Liga where we saw some cup rounds. OJ, take us to La Liga and how Villarreal didn't perform well. Madrid scraped a win and Barca needing two late goals to win their games. Just take us around the couple of their reactions.
Okay, so just like we were talking about before the pod officially went online, I was saying that to a large extent, this round of Copa del Rey fixtures usually proves to be um, a very huge task for these first division teams, primarily because all of the fixtures for this round of the tournament usually happens away from their home. So they tend to travel to these smaller teams stadium and then they get to play. And you know these guys they are already used to first division football. The pitches are okay. The pitches are very nice. I don't know if you remember, but there was a time when we played Rayo Vallecano. I think Skipper will remember very well. I complained about their pitch. That's something similar. Something similar happened during this round of fixtures because from my end, I think every big team in La Liga played away from home, and this, well, coupled with the fact that of course they're going to have to want to rest some of their players and maybe try out some other ones. I think those are the two factors that came into play as to regards to why some certain teams drop points. For instance, now I think Villarreal lost to Racing, was it Racing Club or something like that. I think they lost 2 goals to 1. Osasuna was able to get a win. Tico was also able to get a win. Madrid against Talavera, it was very, very, very dicey one. To a certain extent, that particular fixture could have ended on a 3-3 draw, and then maybe they would have dragged extra time for a replay. So I don't know how the tournament works for now. And then also Barcelona, the day before that, that's on Tuesday, they also got a win, but they had to leave it very, very late. And the goal, like I would predict, eventually came from a set piece because the way Guadalajara was were structured, it was almost as if they didn't want the ball, right? The moment they lost the ball, they all ran back to the first. When you divide the pitch into three, you have the opponent's portion, then you have the middle portion that belongs to both teams, and then you have the portion belonging to your own team. Now, the moment these guys lose the ball, they all track back immediately to that particular portion that belongs to them, and then they start the defense from there. So I knew from the very get-go that this game was going to be a very difficult one. It's almost as if they were comfortable with playing the whole thing and having it end in a draw. I don't know if that was going to end up in a penalty or maybe there will be a replay, but the way they were structured, they were fully defensive. They activated peak Getafe mode on that in that particular fixture. I don't think it was so bad that I think I decided not to watch the second half. Not because we were playing particularly poorly, but because another thing I noticed was that the camera angle for these matches they were kind of off a little bit of something similar to what we would see in eFootball and all of that. So I wasn't really too comfortable with how the whole thing was going. The lighting was not really too bright, and then I just had to forego the match. Eventually, I followed up with the highlight, and then I found out that oh well, the first goal eventually did came from a set piece, like I would predict. And then once that happened, of course, they would want to come out and try to see if they can get an equalizer. And in that process, well, that's where they ended up conceding the second goal from Marcus Rashford. So overall, the team's play was okay. The only issue I had was the fact that Ante Flick played Casado at right back. So I don't know if he's seeing Casado and he's seeing Joshua Kimmich region. I don't know how he's seeing that, but uh, I hope that doesn't actually happen again. As for Madrid, well, they did well. They did well. There was the game was quite a scare, right? And also, of course, there were controversial calls here and there, but then again, it's something that we have come to know with this particular club. No shades whatsoever. So overall, everybody that were expected to win their fixtures did win their fixture. The only surprise result was that of Villarreal, and I think to a large extent, it might be because of the fact that they are resting players for the task that comes ahead on Sunday, because they play Barcelona by 4:15 p.m.
All right, all right. Apologies for the breakup because OJ, you were a bit like, your voice was a bit shaky at the end. Apologies, but we could hear you clearly, though, but it was just breaking at the end. What OJ is just OJ just give us a quick roundup of what happened in the Copa del Rey and how the big teams actually struggled. Okay, now let's move on to this weekend round of games and our prediction and our take. This weekend promises to be a very feisty one because when you look at the games, there's going to be I think there's going to be around 20 games in the next 5 weeks. So this we are getting to the feisty rounds of the games where teams are going to break or leave. Yeah. So we'll start with Arsenal taking on Everton this Saturday, where Arsenal travel all the way to Merseyside to take on Everton at the Dickinson Stadium. Yeah, Dickinson Stadium. Let me start with Emirate. Emirate, your brother Merseyside are welcoming Arsenal. How do you see the game ending now?
You on the break now. I mean, just me.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can
Yes,
hear
I
you.
can hear you clearly too.
Yeah. All right. Uh,
Okay, I miss that me.
Well, Everton at home.
yeah, Everton at home at Dickinson Stadium.
Well, it is going to be a difficult game. Although uh, I don't know if this Hill Dickens Sabi whatever the stadium is. I don't know if it can be compared to what's their previous stadium's name again, sir?
Goodison Park.
Goodison Park.
Racing Park. Yeah, I don't know if it can be compared with, but I believe the fans are at the stadium, or should I say, the fans are the home. The fans make up the home advantage. It's going to be a tough one for Arsenal. I mean, like, they are still going through this their injury crisis, so it's that one is not yet resolved. Um, and well, I just feel like without wasting much time, I just feel like it's going to be. I don't know if Arsenal can get a win. Honestly speaking, this is not me being biased, but after that Wolves counter, ah, it's now making me rethink things. So depends on how Everton will approach the game. Honestly, depends on how they approach the game. If they approach with the mindset of, oh, let's go and sit back, if Everton sits back against you, what's law? Go and ask Manchester United. They can testify with 10-man Everton when they sat back. Nothing came out of it. So if they came with it, I don't think they will shall come with the intention of getting a draw. They would want to like sit back and counter. I feel like that's what they are going to do. So it's going to be a very tight one because they have a pretty strong defense. They have a pretty strong defense. So if I would have to predict, I would have to go with a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw.
Right. Brilliant. Your take on the game.
That's exactly my take on the game as well. But I'm seeing a goalless draw.
Have Everton and goalless.
I'm seeing a goalless draw. That's just it. No long talk.
All right. Okay. OJ, how do you see the game ending now? Do you think Everton can take some?
Okay, can you hear me, please? Just to confirm.
Yes, we can.
All right. So, well, for this particular tie, of course, Everton are a team that likes to sit back. Of course, they can be very, very tricky and kind of two-sided or two-faced, if I put it like that. You can go there and meet the Everton that is a an AC Milan region, or you can go there and meet the Everton that is the Man City before oil money took over the club, right? So, but depending on which one you go there and meet, that will determine how the fixture ends. But even if Everton do sit deep, I feel as if Arsenal are a kind of team that, of course, they struggle with extremely low block, but then again, they thrive in one particular kind of situation, and I think that situation might help them edge out Everton for this particular fixture. So from my end, I would say an Arsenal win and probably a clean sheet, so maybe 2 goals to nothing.
All right, all right. For me, um, Everton will be missing some certain key players. The like of Grealish, I think, is going to be out. KDH is going to be out. India is going for AFCON, and Gay is going for AFCON too. So I like majority of their midfield lineup is going to be out, and yeah, majority of their midfield lineup is going to be out. Then Arsenal, Saliba should be back. Then other yeah, Arsenal full squad. Yeah, and against Wolf, the boys were pretty upset with their performance, the lack of Declan Rice, and Arteta was very very furious when I checked post match reaction because it was pretty poor from the boys. And I think we should win this because considering the absentee from Everton side of play, that's the very key absence. Like of India and Village is going to be out. It's going to be key. So I feel we should be able to win this. At least the win is about. I need a clean sheet. 2-0 clean sheet. 2-0 Arsenal win. Yeah. So let's move on to the next game. We see the like of Man City welcoming in West Ham. Yeah, Man City at home to West Ham. This one, everybody will be looking at to be captaining Haaland. OJ, how do you see the game going now? What is at home to West Ham? OJ.
Okay, first of all, well, it's going to be an easy win for them, primarily because uh, they are starting to gain this kind of momentum that we know City to have going into the second half of the season, and they're starting to get their acts together. Everybody is now contributing, not just leaving the bulk of the goal scoring to Erling Haaland. So I feel as if, well, it's going to be an easy win for them. West Ham are not really in the best of form. As a matter of fact, they're not even in the worst of form. They are something much more worse than an adjective for worse, right? So they've not had a win in the last five matches. I think they've drawn three and lost two. So the only teams that better that particular stat would be Burnley and Wolves. That I feel as if this is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a goal first, but it's going to be a win for City. So likely, I'm saying 3 goals to nothing in favor of City. Erling Haaland to get the praise.
All right. Um, Brilliant. Last weekend you had I think it was 91 points. This weekend looking at Man City are going to be bankers based on their fixtures, have you?
Yes, now. Yes, now. West Ham are going to be demolished this weekend.
Prediction and your take on the game.
The demolition. A sweet 4-1 demolition. 4-1 demolition because West Ham are a stubborn team that will want to score, but they are not really a threat. You understand? Because Man City are very hot at this point in time. The attack will be too fierce for them. Um, West Ham will be bamboozled. So I'm going with 4-1 Manchester City.
All right. Let's move on to Emirate. Emirate, any hope for West Ham? Like,
And
any
no hope for those guys because they I think they bottled. Was it a two-goal lead against Aston Villa?
yes, twice. They
It was
led
a
twice.
two-goal lead now. Those guys they
No,
are
I
just
don't.
they are
Was
just
it a
bad.
2 goal?
I don't know if it was a two-goal lead, though, but I know they were
No, it
leading.
was not a two goal. It was 1-0, then
O-
1-1, then 2-1. They led
Okay,
twice.
okay.
Okay.
So they are just bad. They are just bad. Defensively,
Fair
they are bad.
enough.
And you see this City attack now with Shecky giving assists for fun, Foden back to his I think his best form. His best form. Those uh,
Treble,
season
yes.
play. Yes, those treble form. Those player of the season form. And then you see Haaland doing what he knows how to do best. I just feel
Even
like
better than he does it.
better. These guys are going to be demolished. Honestly, I'm seeing a 5-1. I'm seeing a 5-1 win for City.
Okay. 5-1, 5-1, 4-1. OJ said 3-0. Abi, yeah. I think for me it should be a comfortable win for Man City though, but I don't see posing any threat. Even though I would like to see when Man City try breaking down low block because um, this season of this season like transitional play. And then like the thing with your background. Uh, um, based on the city of this season, like more traditional play and moving on counters. So I feel it should be difficult for Man City though. But I just see them win. At least they should win by 2 goal margin. Yeah, let's say 3-1, 2-0. Let me go for 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. Now let's go to Saturday midday kickoff. It's not more 12:30 again. Now it's 1:30 based on the time changes. You see, we have a big one where we see Chelsea going to Thomas Park, not St. James Park, sorry, to take on Newcastle. Newcastle coming off a defeat. No, coming off a defeat last week and also winning this midweek. Am I right? How do you see the midday matchup taking place?
Chelsea.
Yeah, it's Chelsea, Newcastle, Newcastle at home.
Oh, oh, oh. That's very very interesting. Uh, well, personally, I don't think both teams are in really good form. So it will be difficult to just say, it will easily go this way. But nevertheless, it's going to be a difficult one. Although I would want to favor Chelsea, but the home advantage for Newcastle is still there. Although I'm not saying that they cannot lose it at home, but I just feel like the advantage is going to be very very key in this game. If I would have to say, I won't give it to any side. I'll probably go for a draw. I'll go for a 2-2 draw. A
All
2-2
right,
draw.
8-2. All right. Issue. OJ, your take. The James Park has proven to be a bit difficult for anything, even down to any bottom team. But how do you see Chelsea going there to stand their ground against Newcastle?
Oh well, of course, like you said, the home stadium of Newcastle can be very, very tricky for visiting teams. But for this particular fixture, I kind of see Chelsea getting the win, primarily because I'm looking at the injury list for Newcastle, and then they have Kieran Trippier out, Dan Burn is out, Nick Pope is out, Sven Botman is out, Livramento is out. So that's like 80% of their entire starting defense, right? So that might play into the hands of Chelsea, coupled with the fact that one of their most dangerous players is back from injury. I feel as if this is going to be a tie where he goes on to remind the folks in Premier League of certain quality that he has. So yeah, it's going to be a win for Chelsea, although scrappy, but they're going to edge this time and maybe 2 goals to 1.
All right, all right, not bad. Let me go over to our Chelsea rep in the building. Brilliant. St. James Park comes again. One of the difficult pictures. How do you see Enzo Maresca Blues taking on the Magpies?
It's not going to be an easy match for us, honestly, because um, we have to look at Newcastle. Their midfield are very strong at the moment. They are very strong. That combination of Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes in the middle is very domineering. But the thing is, as Oje has said, they have a very serious injury list, and especially in that right side of their defense, I feel like if Maresca can actually exploit that, we can come out with the win. It's not going to be an easy one because the defenders that they have can still do something for them. They still have Malik Thiaw, they still have Lewis Hall, who is from our academy by the way. Um, they still have Fabian Scher. I think it's just that they don't really have a makeshift, like they don't really have a right back replacement. In their midweek game, it was Luis Miley who played there, but I think he will be more needed in the midfield than in the defense against us. So if we can actually exploit their right flank, that is their defensive right flank, I'm sure we will be able to come out with a win in that game. It all depends on how we play to our advantage. So if if Maresca can actually do that, maybe Garnacho making the runs in there, and then with Kopama available, creating link ups that will culminate in goal scoring opportunities. I'm sure we'll be able to come out with the win, but it won't be easy. So I'm giving us a 3-1 win against Newcastle.
Oh, 3-1 for the game. My take on the game. Um, I,
Victor, can you hear you
I
clearly? Oh?
can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, my take on the game. Chelsea Newcastle midday fixture. I won't lie though. I watched Chelsea against Sunderland. That is the Tyrell derby. It was pretty average in terms of viewer, in terms of entertainment. Even though it was a
No,
bit
that
feisty.
that's a derby now. Like now, the where they come from. So that game was not meant to entertain you. Honestly speaking, it was not
Yeah, I
meant to
know. But,
entertain you. Everybody was just looking
yeah,
for a win, no matter how scrappy or no matter how bad it was.
yeah, I know. But um, I also
Exactly, and we know how Sunderland play in the first place. Sunderland are not this team that really
Yes, that wants
they
to come
sit
and
back.
entertain you or want to
Mm,
come and do something.
they sit back. So unless you can actually play that game well,
yeah, I know. But I do follow some Newcastle fans. There's this guy I follow on YouTube. He's part of the TikTok. He's a Newcastle fan. This season he has been he has complaining about the how players and how he tactics, how he plays against certain teams. Like this season, they have been pretty poor, even though they turn up for certain big games like the like of Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and also who they faced recently again. I've forgotten. But they tend to turn up when it comes to the bigger games. And his post-match reaction in there was kind of questioning his player mentality. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game for Chelsea though. Chelsea players are Chelsea when it comes to quality by quality, Chelsea has more quality. Caicedo Madman is already over, so Caicedo is going to be back. Palmer is back already. Um, Malo Gusto has been very very impressive. Uh, Mike, Mike, I don't see you clearly. Malo Gusto has been impressive. Um, Cruella is also nice. I like the combination of these guys in the defense. No, Chaloba and Fofana in the defense is very impressive. Chelsea is slowly and steadily building up a spine in the team. But when it comes to midfield domination, the like of Tonali, Gumares, and Jonathan will always be physical. And the only person I feel just that can actually match their physicality in the league is going to be Sunderland, which they have played already. So my own take is that I see this game ending in the very, very, very dark 0-0 draw. Yeah, 0-0 draw. If there's going to be a winner, it's going to be Chelsea because Chelsea has the quality, but because we have the art or have the knack of frustrating certain teams, especially the bigger teams. So I see the game ending in 0-0 draw. And again, early kickoff course. When it comes to early kickoff course, is always real. So and again, notice that this season, Chelsea early kickoff games are always a win. Chelsea, when they play Burnley, they play. I think they have played like 3 early kickoff games this season. Nottingham Forest, They always win. Either they win 2-0 or 2-1 or even 3-0. But I think this game is going to be different. It's going to be a 0-0 draw. That's my take on the game. Now, move on to Liverpool.
So
Yeah,
all this
Liverpool.
many analysis now to give Chelsea draw. When they say Newcastle have been poor, I can't even say, oh, okay. That's one my friend. I like that. I like that. I like that.
But I
Honestly.
don't say everybody's going to be. Anybody's going to be. I think it's going to be Chelsea now. I also
No, no,
give
no.
Chelsea the.
Like the way you started, I was thinking you were leaning towards okay, Chelsea win that kind of thing. Like maybe a 2-1, 1-0. I didn't expect I was still
Uh,
going to end up in a draw like me.
going to be a draw, 0-0 draw. Now let's go to your game. Am I right? You are taking Spurs. Oh,
Tottenham.
you are at home, and Salah is going
No,
to
they
be
are at
out.
home, I think. They are at home, I
Okay,
think.
okay. You are going to. So you are going to White Hart Lane. You are having Salah out. You're having Soboslai is going to be out in February.
Yeah.
I think Frimpong is still out. This game, I say that if Thomas Frank loses this game, it's going to be like the last straw to his team before he get the sack. How do you see the game ending now? Comfortable win for Liverpool, abi?
Now so. Now so now. The thing is, to be honest, this game is not going to be easy at all. It is very, very difficult to predict who is going to win this game. Tottenham has been bad, very, very bad. Liverpool has been equally bad. We just start having maybe let's say small, very small, minute form. Like we haven't lost in like whether 5 games now or something. Won our last two. So it will be difficult to say, this person is going to win comfortably. And now, considering the fact that Salah is now has not gone for AFCON, so goes like our engine, which is a very, very, very big miss in that midfield, is now out injured. So we are going to, I know we are definitely going to feel his absence. And then we have the likes of Gomez out injured. We don't even know now if we even have any replacement if we have any injury to any of our CB now. But I don't think that Tottenham is going to have it easy against us. I don't think so. We tend to kind of turn up against maybe some matches that you think that maybe we will likely lose. Although I don't think that this is one of those matches, so, but I still believe we can still turn up in this game. We still have good players to deliver. But just because I'm a Liverpool fan, just because I want us to win, so I would say this game is going to our favor. It's going to be a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
3-1 win for Liverpool. Okay.
Yeah, it's possible now. Now Tottenham now. If now
It's not
another
at
team
all.
now, if na another team, na another team, I be say okay, but na Tottenham they be crazy. They can help us.
All right. Okay. No wahala. Welcome. We are fun. Welcome to the building.
I greet you guys. I greet the house.
I will greet you. Very soon you start to pay late come fee.
Salam alaikum.
Sorry, I was on the road. I had to do something quickly. I couldn't get home in time.
No issue. No issue. We are currently on Liverpool taking on Spurs at White Hart Lane. How do you see the game planning out now? Do you think this will be the turning point for Thomas Frank?
Tottenham, they are in a very funny situation. You don't know. You don't really know what to expect from them. I don't know. I feel the attackers are not good enough, and then they're having defensive frailties as well. I think the Forest game, for example, they had lots of errors in the game. Liverpool too. This is a game they should win. They also win. Tottenham are not even good at home. They are very bad at their home ground. So I think Liverpool will ace this game. That they will win the game. So let's say I think they'll win the game. Let's say like 2 goals to 1 around that range.
All right, all right. 2-1. Let me go over to sorry, OJ, Thomas Frank and Slot. How do you see the game ending now?
Oh well, if this is the game that decides if Frank is going to continue at the helm of affairs in Tottenham dressing room, then I'm afraid I have bad news for him because, well, like we said, these guys have been very, very inconsistent this season. Detroit do not know what to expect from them. They might go out on that particular match day and do something that we don't that might blow us away. But from where I'm standing, that's likely not going to happen. The more likely of events might be Liverpool getting a win in this particular fixture. So I'm calling 3 goals to one in favor of Liverpool.
All right, okay. Um, Brilliant. Just take us through the game. How the game is going to end now. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant is unavailable. Okay, for me though, I think can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes, we can hear you.
yes. Go ahead.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. All right. For me though, I see Liverpool winning the game. Tottenham Hotspur has a very bizarre record at home. Yeah, they are very poor at home. I think the only game they have win at home are currently I think Brentford and Burnley. Yeah, Brentford and Burnley are the two games they have won at home. So I think they have a very poor record at home. They should lose the game. Liverpool should win this game if they are very clinical enough. I see Flamanville scoring his first goal this season. They should win the game 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. 3-1. And Thomas Frank, I think it's going to be the end. Sometimes the step up from being just a mid-table manager to a high-table manager is going to be very huge. Even though I feel he should still be given enough time though, because considering their injuries, the lack of James Madison is out, Kulusevski is out. Those are two creative players that I think can turn the team around. Also, you have the like of Solanke out and a bit injury back and front between them. Even Kudus is Ghana is not going to the AFCON. So I think they'll still lose the match. I think taking one Liverpool
I'm not
win.
going
Yeah,
to
taking one.
happen. Ghana is not going to happen.
No, Ghana is not in the
Didn't
AFCON.
qualify.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
So
true.
against Semenyo,
That's true. That's true.
Kudus, they're still at home. They're at home.
It's good
That's
now.
true.
They sold their soul for the World Cup. Assuming us can sell our soul for the World Cup, not go better. You go
We
better
can
now.
see we can still get into the World Cup now.
Better begin prepare your DSTV sub. Didn't go anywhere.
I beg, let's go to the west side of Manchester. Yes, we thank God we have Henry around. Um, let's go to Ray. You guys are facing Aston Villa away.
Or this
Aston
game,
Villa,
Again, that is bang bang
bang, bang,
bang
bang,
bang.
bang, bang.
That game, these are the worst times to face Aston Villa. The
Yeah, they
very
dress
like
this
the
game,
literally the
man.
worst
No,
time.
understand me.
so let's just analyze this
There's
carefully.
nothing to
So
analyze, bro.
my guy, Aston Villa are currently the most informed team in the league. Yeah, currently I think they're on
Nine
the
wins, 9 wins in a row.
guy. Not even like 12 out of 13. Yes, in all
So,
competition. The only loss they have lost to this run is Liverpool. That was the 2-0 loss to Liverpool. In this particular 13 games, they have won the rest and lost to Liverpool. And the other side of Manchester, where
now this guy
Amorim
gives you
side,
the win, sure.
um, how do you see Manchester? They have been a bit up and down, win, goals, this, that, and the
Don't be
likes of
deceived.
Ahmad and Ubemo going over for AFCON. I feel like you guys could have like you guys would have wished AFCON is the upper next week than this week to face Aston Villa.
You see this game. The game is already hard enough. and then we now have to lose Ahmad and Mbumu to AFCON, and then most importantly, Casemiro to suspension because he's not playing against Aston Villa. So this is a very bad time to play Aston Villa, especially with the players we have. It makes the whole thing harder. The likes, see, the least that can help us is that we have very good record against Aston Villa. Our record against them is quite good. They hardly ever beat us, even when they are
Aston Villa
even
will
when
get beef with una. That's 1-0 win.
which
When
one's the
don't make
wrong.
them go with Champions League.
You
That
go
Okay,
that
pay for your
useless
that's
crimes.
that
Abi,
useless win that win. That
I
useless
know that
win.
they were supposed to rather score. I think they scored, but they cancelled the goal because of one thing. I don't know what happened. I said
That
they get
that
to that
that
for mind.
that,
the
that are
basic
the first Lego. That are the first Lego. Second leg where Martinez go do mistake, a red card. Where they supposed to win that match. They supposed to win that match. Made a go Champions League. They can't go lose. Man, you said never get any reason to win that match
That's
because
what I'm
man, you be
saying.
play.
It was that game that they cancelled one goal now.
I was thinking
okay,
it's
yeah,
that first Lego.
I think so.
That they scored one goal. They said Abi keeper don't catch the ball. Abi you get one kind of funny
Okay,
thing.
okay, 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 okay. I
So
remember now.
after the match, this guy they para. I saw it now
Martinez.
because
Someone
he
tweet
lost
out.
his Champions
That
League
didn't
place.
funny.
So now personal. This one is something personal. It's not even about records.
Yeah, that's what
Pay
I'm
back
saying now.
time.
That's the only saving grace. That's the only saving grace for us in this game because I think Villa we usually play them very well. We don't usually have issues against them. But it's just that this time around it's worse because they are in form and these people they play good football, they press well,
Very good
their
football.
attackers,
Like
their attack,
if you
their
watch the game against
Rogers,
Arsenal, these people they ball. Like
Rogers,
ah,
Rogers and Bondia they are firing. Um, Tillemans in the midfield, Onana, Kamara, they are all doing fine actually as a unit, as a team. They are scoring goals, although not defending really well. They still concede lots of goals, but at least they are still able to win games. But now, as from a United standpoint, the game is very it's terrible for us to go and play because we don't have players. Our Ahmad, Mbomo, Casemiro, these three players, they are like key cogs of whatever Amorim has been playing since this season. So let's see how that game goes though. But I understand. I already know how it's going to line up in my head. I already know how it's going to line up in my head. So not much is going to change. So let's see how it goes, Jerry.
Prediction now. I see the game
Ah,
ending.
come on. Now, wow, this one go hard though because I have to back my team, but I have to be realistic too as well. But all in all, I'll still back my team. We'll shock Aston Villa 1-1 draw.
I want to do that talk.
sure.
I want to do that talk. No wahala.
Oh, we can't prediction with this game.
I beg you.
All right, all right, all right.
Now,
Emma,
now,
go
now,
back to
now,
you.
me waiting. I mean, waiting my see for this game. No worry.
Emma, go back to you. Some
Well,
XG philosopher, some XG account on TikTok, sorry, Twitter has been saying that
yeah.
Aston Villa has been overperforming their XG because he came out and said the lack of Liverpool. He said so, and then Liverpool came down. He said about Tottenham Hotspur. Now Tottenham Hotspur is down. I'll be saying that I'll be saying Aston Villa has been overperforming their XG, saying that their goals have been the goals have been 0.002 winning goals. All those their goals have been kind of a fluke. Do you think this is the kind of game where that XG can now play a factor because Man United might just decide to okay now let's just and sit back and wait, let Aston Villa break them because I watched their game against Wolves. When Wolves decided to sit down and wait, it was difficult for them. When Leeds also started, because Leeds was a bit forward and backward, it was difficult for them. Even West Ham was a bit difficult for them. Near the goal, a shot from Mugabe just to win the game. So Man United was just going to this game knowing that oh man, nah, this na fit. We just dey down, we just sit down, and then they inform me they break us because like this, man say they won't come out take play Aston Villa and it go be like 7-0 defeat. Oh. But how you think the game going now?
Well,
7-0. Aston Villa good.
well,
Just say what
I don't think Manchester United is going to sit back against Villa. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
you know the
So I feel like
but
is that
if I said you know the fun about this was if we had Ahmad Buma Casemiro, that's how we would have won the game.
okay?
Aston Villa they are not invisible.
Yes, that's the thing. You see,
So
I don't think Manchester United will sit back, even regardless of the players they are missing. They still have good players. Still have Bruno, still have Cunha. I think Menu should be coming in. I think so. Uh, they are still good players for them. So I think they will be fighting for a win as well. But Villa has been very, very brilliant. They have been good. I think I watched them against Arsenal. I was shocked because I was these guys are not up. They are not even scared. I was like, bro, now Arsenal are the play. Oh. Like these guys, they had the audacity of just touching the ball. I'm like, what's wrong with these
who-
guys? So
okay, Aston Villa.
yeah, so I feel like it's going to be an open game. I don't see any clean sheets in this game. Like from either sides, I don't see any clean sheets in this game. Manchester United is going to score, and Villa is going to score as well. Um, Manchester United, like what Ray said, do not be surprised they can get something out from this game. They might even get a win. Funny enough, Villa is not really invincible. We were not well. You could argue that okay, maybe they were not at their peak form then when we played them, but surprisingly we got 2-0 win against them when we least expected it. So I believe Manchester United might do the same, but I'll be backing Villa in this tie, in this fiction. I just feel like, oh, these people will have something to prove.
Wait,
I should say, I just say they go get, and they will be still checking out for that record too. You know, when you are coming up against teams, you have to check many factors, and they will still see that their record against Manchester United is not good. So you know, when they see things like this, they would like to like, okay, let me use this opportunity and get one over these guys. So
that's, yeah.
if I would predict a result for this game, I would have to favor Villa and go with a 2-1 win.
Come on, Dogu and Dalot. Man, you don't die.
So I'll go
All
with a
right,
2-1 win.
all right. OJ, yeah, the game. Do you see Mario performing? I won't say a miracle though because Man U is a bigger club. But how do you see the game ending?
Okay, well, statistics from previous matches kind of indicates that Man U might eventually edge out each side. I don't think they've lost to Villa more than once in the last 8 or 10 fixtures that they've played, both in Premier League and in any other competition that they faced each other. But that aside, and coupled with the fact that one thing I've noticed with Amorim, I might be wrong, but it's that I think they keep his team tends to play much more better if they are not the ones holding the possession, right? But the problem now is, do they have the firepower to actually make use of the ball when they now have it? That's what I don't think they do, right? Have been mentioned so far, injuries here and there, and major absentees that are going to for the AFCON. I want to believe that Amorim did not come into December hoping that the Cameroon and the likes will get knocked out at the early stages of the AFCON. He has a plan, and I would like to see that plan being implemented. Obviously, that plan would begin to be implemented from this very fixture against Villa. So from my end, I'm going to call this as a win for Manchester United. Maybe 2 goals to 1, but I see them defying the odds this time. Not just purely because, of course, the win is going to favor City and the rest, but then again, it's just purely from a kind of like a hunch. I believe Aston Villa are a good side, but I also believe that Man U are a side that recently they've shown that they can actually hurt you if they play you on the counter. So yeah, I'll call a win for Manchester United 2-1. You never heard it here,
All
Sha.
right.
Wow, I'm proud of you,
All right.
bro.
I
I
am
think
not
it's
proud of
based on
myself.
his Man City
You
bias.
believe
Man
them
City bias.
past.
Nobody else will do this thing. Now Man City bias. Now they make you predict
No,
this kind of
let
thing.
me master bias.
So for your mind of mine, you feel like man, you go beat Aston Villa.
I think it's largely due to
Cause
that factor where you just feel as if no matter how ass a team plays, there are certain teams that just cannot beat you. There was a time where this was the case between Man U and Arsenal. No matter how crazy and shitty Man U played, Arsenal could never beat them. So I think it's something similar to that is what I'm using to make it
Ateta, I
for.
blame for this thing now.
who you blame?
Ateta.
Who you blame?
The fact get us my number now.
Actually, now true, sha, the Arsenal won in Old Trafford for at least 6 times, and the out of the six, 50% is as a Ateta. He
Yes,
has
now.
won the 3 times. In
I
the
I
history, oh,
I hate the
in
guy.
the
Oh.
history,
All of them, one want to zero win. Oh.
I beat you 1-0 win, 1-0 win. Ateta has
But
won the 3 times.
one more thing, Cha, about this game. Our record without Casemiro is very bad, actually. Oh. That's my biggest worry. Without
But
Casemiro, our record.
my God, who should replace Cas? Like, you can't tell me that a 33 years old man is your anchor when it comes to midfielder. If he's out, there's
Well,
no a clear
it's not just
replacement.
any midfielder. It's Casemiro.
I know it's Casemiro, but he's a 33 years old midfielder, my guy. At least you have someone like I would still say, you guys not buying
Kobe,
the DM.
Kobe is there.
You guys not buying the DM is a very big mistake because you guys
Well,
bought
we know it's
everything.
a mistake, but they did not. They are keeping the midfield signing for next summer. They will splurge on midfield next summer.
But
So
my guy, if we need it now, like you're waiting for next month, you could have at least gotten it now. I
well,
think
that's the thing now. Bad planning is United for you now. We didn't plan it right. They should have bought a midfielder this summer because Ugarte is not it. Ugarte has his
Ugarte,
uses. So
Ugarte is who you think he is.
Ugarte has his uses, so, but not as a lone DM. Most times, if he advances farther than Bruno, the guy is ball hungry. So without Casemiro, our record without him, clean sheet, I say clean sheet, goals conceded, XGA conceded, even the attack safe falls without when he's not around. It's very, very, it's something very negative to look at. As for who replace Casemiro, like I said before, to me, ideally, um, they can push Bruno to the 10 if Casemiro is not around. Then you play Miner and Lugatti together.
my
That would
guy
be
no go agree. Oh, I'm not going to
That,
agree.
that's the thing he wants because he wants Bruno in the two midfield because of how he can spray pass the ball from there. But then again, in games like you don't have Casemiro covering now. You need to adapt. Mine and Ugarte can play together. Then the rest you can work around that, or you can even play it. I don't know. Amorim doesn't deviate. But if Bruno plays in the 10, you can form a three in midfield instead. Then start with let's say Cunha and a Sesko up top. But Amorim is very, very rigid to his style, his formation, and whatever. So I expect that it's going to be Bruno and Lugasi that will start on Saturday, I mean, on Sunday. I don't know when we're playing them. Then in the attack, it will be most likely Cunha, Mount, and maybe Sesko is fit. Let's see how it goes.
All right, no wahala. Sha. For me though, I see Aston Villa winning this game 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 game. Even though I want United to
Wait,
win the game, though,
check something your phone first.
but I feel
Masai, check something your phone first.
I feel Aston Villa just tip it over because certain key players are missing for United. I saw an article online that Amorim is trying to move back to a 4-4-3 formation. Is it possible?
Okay,
Yeah,
four,
I saw
four, four,
something
two.
like that too on Sky Sports. They were talking about it. 4-4-3.
4-4-2.
I mean 4-3-3. 4-4-3-3 formation.
4-4-3.
I've never seen him actually play that. Oh.
I no, I don't know if like he made. I think it's not that like he said that. It's not like he has played it before. I think in one of the conferences or something, he said something like about changing something, maybe changing
Information.
his philosophy or his style. So there
And
were
there are
this
people
yes, there were these talks
that
of
have been
the
trying
formation.
training,
So
For
I saw it
propaganda.
online.
I
It's for
said there are
propaganda.
people said they're trying it try it in the midfield. They're trying it out in the training ground. Amon is trying to change that formation from formation to a 4-4-3-3 since the
Propaganda.
like of Am and Co are going. Probably is going to try it out.
Okay, let's see. And that will be important too because now that Casemiro is not around, you need three legs in the midfield. Even as Ahmad is not there. Because I've always said this thing, right? If you are playing, whenever I see Dalot, let's say Ahmad is not playing in wing back position, I already give up on the game because I know the game is going to roll. Whenever I see, let's say, Dogo and Dalo playing the two wing backs, or let's say Dalo and Mars or Dogo and Mars, the game is always going to be very predictable. So in times like that, when Ahmad is not available, we need to play an extra attacker somewhere else or an extra midfielder. So if that is the case, then it's all good, Sha. I hope so because Amorim is very, very like politician. Says the right things, but he doesn't implement them.
All right.
But the fourth entry is quite sorry. The fourth entry, Sha. No, the only thing I know that he has tried is 4-4-2. He has played in some games. Even against his Villa self, it's 4-4-2 play against them usually. 4-4-2 Diamond. So I don't know how it's going to be like on Sunday. I mean on Saturday. So it's then, Sha.
All right. All right. So that's most of the games in the league. Brilliant predicted them 2-1 win for Man United. So hopefully everyone gets their 3 points this weekend. Let's move on to La Liga games. OJ, your turn. Madrid is taking on Sevilla. We also have ATM going away to Girona, and we have the like of Barca taking on Villarreal. That is going to be a very, very difficult game. Let's start with that particular fixture. OJ, you guys are playing the I think what they call them is Yellow Submarine. Yeah, Yellow
Yeah,
Submarine
fine.
away. How do you see the the boys facing Villarreal at home away from home?
Okay, well, finally I get to watch a very good game for the first time in a very long time. The reason why I am relishing this particular fixture is because of the way Villarreal play. They're kind of team that play the brand of football that I am interested in, that I am akin to, right? Because I always like to play against teams that want to play the ball with you, not just teams that want to sit back and soak up the pressure and then hit you on the break. So Villarreal are going to come two for two, band for band, aura for aura. So it's going to be a very, very tricky tie, and it's going to be one that is filled with goals. So for my dear punters out there, just ready your stakes down because at the very least, this game
Now,
is
GGR
going to churn
2.5,
out at
Abi.
least four goals. I don't
GGR
know
What
how it's going to
2.5.
be shaped.
what are we playing? What are we playing?
OJ,
Eh?
now GGR 2.5, Abi.
I don't know how it's going
GG
to be.
2.5.
I don't know how it's going to be shared, but this game is going to churn out at least four goals. That's what I can guarantee. So yes, there's always been a fixture that has a lot of goals, right? And as regards to who takes the day, well, yeah, Villarreal are playing at home. Yeah, they are in good form. Yeah, in the last five matches, they are also the second team apart from Barcelona that has had a 100% win. But one thing I'm going to be relying on is the fact that they don't necessarily have um, a ground advantage. They can hurt you at Camp Nou and capitulate at their stadium, right? So I see this fixture as one where it's going to be decisive, but I still feel as if the fixture is going to most likely be decided on in the first half. Okay, so uh, that's primarily because of the fact that, well, right now, I think both teams are good, yes, but Barcelona now have all of their key players, their key cogs, they are back in action and they are firing on all cylinders. Coupled with the fact that I feel as if the defensive structure is a lot less chaotic right now compared to how it was a few weeks back. So of course, there's some level of stability and all of that. So I'm going to predict likely this match is going to end in favor of Barcelona. They like to edge out this match maybe 4 goals to 2. Of course,
Alright.
when it comes to Barcelona, there's always lots and lots of goals
Four goals.
because yes,
Back at the table.
they're going to actually
Back at the
concede. They're going to actually concede. So one thing that they have mastered the art of doing this season is coming from behind. So I hope that's not the case this time. But I am still predicting a win for them regardless. So yeah, the top of the table clash, but I feel as if Barcelona has what it takes to eventually edge this one out. The only factor that I am seeing that might play to our disadvantage is the fact that it's a midday kickoff, not really midday, afternoon kickoff, right? It's around 4:15. And I've noticed that so far so good, as far as the season is concerned, we tend not to play very well. I don't know if these guys are, I don't know if they are not accustomed to playing under sun, but we tend not to play our best football whenever we are playing in broad daylight. So that might be the only disadvantage I am seeing in this particular fixture. But yes, it should be not an easy win, but it should be a win regardless for us. I'm calling 4 goals to 2 for this match.
All right. Ahmed, do you
Now,
call with OJ? It's going to be a comfortable win for them, Abi.
well,
Is this your
one thing that Barca has shown us this season is that
she look dark color like
uh,
you?
It's
they
it's
they can easily beat these like matches that you think, oh, maybe this
Oh,
game is going to be very difficult. They will just boom, they will just go and win the game.
uncle.
So I think aside
Listen up.
Real Madrid, I think aside Real Madrid now, they haven't lost any big team this season. Am I right? Ocha, am I right?
Baka.
They have the Champions League, PSG and Chelsea.
No. I'm not talking
Okay, La
about
Liga.
yeah, La Liga.
Okay, no, they haven't.
Aside Real Madrid, that's what I'm
Yeah, they
saying.
haven't lost any big team.
So they won against Atletico Madrid, and that game I was thinking, oh, they might actually drop points,
They
but
lost to
Of
Sevilla
course,
now. They lost to
Sevilla,
oh,
Sevilla now.
Sevilla are a
Sevilla
big
big
team.
team.
Oh God,
Sevilla big team, Oga.
Sevilla not come for big team since now, like for like how many years now? Those guys are not like now before, and not be now again. So I'm actually backing them in this game. Honestly, I'm backing them. And they are going to concede. Hey, that one is sure. That one is sure, and they are going against a very very good team, and which has a very very good attack as well.
Only
So
they have the
I
best
think
defensive season.
they have the best defense.
Yeah, this amount of goals
Yeah.
conceded.
Oh, I didn't really. I haven't taken notice. Oh. I just
Who
dey
beat?
see say oh, they
I
score
just saw the
a lot
table
of
now.
goals. I I think the goals they are scoring is actually
No, I meant
that's removing.
Villarreal, not Barcelona.
Okay.
Villarreal has the best
Well,
defense.
if I would give a fan win, Barca 3-1.
Champion
All right.
win.
Ray, over to you. This game promises goals according to OJ. How do you see the game ending now? Ray, let's say Ray, they're indispensable right now. For me though, I feel I see this game being a banana state for
Okay, your line
Barcelona.
is breaking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me naturally? Huh?
Yes.
Ray, can you hear me? Ray is busy.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I feel this game should be a banana scheme for Barcelona. Because the Yellow Submarine are very, very impressive.
Well, we do moonwalk on top of banana.
They have very good goal scoring record. And the like of Pate and Nicolas Pepe are not going for the AFCON. They're going to stay behind. So those are the players I think they're going to be losing due to AFCON. I think Pepe was the player of the month last month though. So I feel this game will be a shocker for Barca because to give Barca a reality check that there's a high line. they need to coordinate a little bit. So I see Villarreal winning this
Wait,
game
is this my
It's
network?
actually
2-1.
a lot more coordinated now than
Villarreal
a
winning
few
this
weeks
game
back.
2-1.
It's actually a lot more coordinated than a few weeks back. Let's
Can
be
you hear
sure.
me?
Yes, I can.
All right. I know that their line has been bit coordinated though, but I still feel Villarreal can put a threat though. So I see Villarreal winning the game 2-1. Yes, 2-1. Baka will come get sense because
Uh-uh.
it's too comfortable. It's too comfortable. Baka is winning by how many points? And I don't think say Madrid get any hope yet. Maybe Madrid
Now
just get
just
sleep
four
because
points
Madrid
now,
no Madrid
Shay.
go
Now
still get
just
the
four
game.
points. Now just 4 points. I know say
How many points?
four.
4 points.
Yes, now.
It's too comfortable now. No see Premier League now 2 points. At least let it
Because
be
they
bit
because they
competitive.
don't capitulate
So
this
I
point
feel
lead. That
That's
most of
why
the
you
coach
want back.
suffer like
That's why you
you.
want Barca to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Eh?
Baka to lose. Baka to lose. Baka is losing
Because
2-1.
because you don't
Oh,
get
you
8
want
points
Barca to
back now.
lose.
Make me save so far now.
Yes.
So what did go happen to my one up when I want play this week?
They
Make
lose
I
two
not play
one
one up
now.
again.
At least they lose 2-1. They lose 2-1. They win 1-0 first. They can't lose 2-1. So play one of
Okay, yeah. Now what
yeah,
is your mind tell
2-1.
you?
2-1, yes.
If woman.
Alright, we have Real Madrid taking on Sevilla. I think Real Madrid are home to Sevilla. OJ, I watched Madrid match yesterday, guy. Hey,
Madrid.
Madrid, bad. like they are bad.
More like
Like
They are
Mba.
bad
they
though.
are
They are
bad,
very,
bad.
very bad.
More like Mba
Omo, if
They,
you
than
they
watch
are bad,
see,
bad, bad.
if you watch Madrid against Alaves, guy, after that
I
first
saw.
goal, Jesus, Madrid is bad. Like those guys are just they are not playing nothing. After the first goal, and they just sat back. Alaves was just playing like when I even saw one once, I was not even surprised. Like, yeah, how can you be this bad? As in, I don't understand what's happening to Madrid. Though. I don't
OJ just
understand. Ah,
OJ just take control with Madrid. Wahala.
I don't know. They're spiraling out of control. I don't know if at this point it's safe to call out the fact that Xavi might have eventually lost out on the dressing room. I don't think that's the case for now. It's just that for some reason he can't get this group of players to play the kind of football that he wants them to play. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's if it's due to insubordination or if it's due to something else. And I also don't know why he keeps on repeating the same thing over and over again. I don't see how the likes of Hendrick is going to make this team any worse than it already is right now. Oh yes, Hendrick is a number nine natural striker, right? But I believe that he wants to play so badly that even if he decides to field him in a much different position, he's going to perform. But for some
yes, yeah,
reason,
that
Xabi Alonso is kind of like the Amorim of La Liga now because he's so pig-headed. He's so pig-headed in his discipline that he wants to stick to what he wants to do, and he's not willing to change that for anything, right? So and coupled with the fact that there's no experienced figure center of the park for them. I think that's where the origin of their brand of boring football is coming from this season because they don't have that pass master in the middle of the pitch like they used to have in previous seasons, and that's causing them too much worries because Kamavinga is much more of a defensive midfielder than anything. Of course, he's a central midfielder, but it's more like a box to box. It's not one that is known to spread out those passes. Valverde, he knows how to do two things very well: how to run his lungs out and how to shoot the ball. But for some reason this season, he doesn't seem to be shooting very well. I don't know if Ancelotti carried the boots that he was using from when he was at the helm of affairs, along with him when he went to Brazil. And
But
then we
but to
have
be fair, I've never rated Bavade as a technical midfielder though. Yes, I've seen him like just wake up one day and shoot and like run. But anytime I see him watch him, I've not seen very like okay, Bavade is one elite midfielder. Like the time when we faced Madrid last season, I was thinking okay, Bavade is someone that will be a bit scared, but I've not seen him quality wise.
no, Valverde is not. It's not in the aspect of technicality. I would over 10. I would give him maybe 4. Valverde is not too technical. It's more of the kind of midfielder that helps you to ensure that there is, I wouldn't say orderliness, because that's what the technical midfielder brings to the team. But it's more of the kind of midfielder that helps to ensure that the ball is with you. So more or less, it's like the box to box, right? So a box to
Yeah,
box
but
that actually knows how to shoot very well. That's his own. That's what he does. And also, he has proven to be kind of like a utility player because he can play at right back right now. He can play as a pivot alongside maybe a CM or a DM. He can also play as a central midfielder, which is his natural position. And in some cases, of course, but these diverse roles he would are something that was known with him when Arsenal was at the helm of affairs. But right now, like I said, the current coach is so big-headed. He wants to he is not very liberal as regards to experimenting with different positions for these players. He wants if this player is playing this position, this player will play that position, unless in certain scenarios where maybe the players that are supposed to actually man that position become injured, then he has to do a kind of readjustment. But overall, I think it's largely because of the fact that they don't have that pass master in the team. That's the reason why they tend to play so badly because they don't know how to build from the midfield. It's from defense right to attack, from defense right to attack. And then also due to the fact that, of course, Arnold would bring something of that kind of dynamic into the team. But well, recently he has been inconsistent in terms of fitness, and that's also been a key factor as to why they are going through the kind of rough patches they are going through. But overall, I still feel as if they should be able to get a win from this particular fixture. Sevilla has been, yeah, they've been on and off here on the but number one, the home factor, number two, the Mbappe factor. So those two, I think, they are enough for them to get to the finish line for this particular fixture. So I'm seeing them a win. They're likely going to keep a clean sheet as well. So maybe 3 goals to nothing for this particular fixture and take off my way.
All right, all right. Ray, are you with us? Ray?
yes, I'm with you guys.
All right. Right now, I don't see the difference between Xabi Alonso and Amorim because both manager has a tendency of just sticking to particular formation and not ready to tweak. Because
Comparison.
no, to be sincere now, they
Yeah,
like to they tend to they are bit they're not flexible in terms of formation or in terms of like how will I say people have been crying for let's see Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Mbappe lineup because that's the kind of formation that Ancelotti uses when he tends to free out those particular wingers and make them express themselves. Right now, if you remove Mbappe goals, I think Madrid will be bottom mid table. So, how do you think
even
this
with the game.
structural implication of Xabi Alonso instruction in Madrid is actually going to be solved?
The thing now with Madrid is that I think they are confused. The fans, the management. I'm not joking because even last season, safe many of them were saying that Vini, Rodrigo, and Mbappe trio is imbalanced. They tend to occupy the same zones. So why are they not clamoring for that same thing this season? Um,
The thing about last season is that they do let's say they actually do cover the same space. So that is that when it now comes to defending this defensive action is that those three they tend not to draw back to help the defense when it comes to defending action. But when it comes to contribution, I think those three were exceptional last season. Just that when it comes to conceding of goals, when those three loses the ball, they don't go
they
back. They
did,
don't have
they
a
did,
defensive structure.
they did that exceptional. Rodrigo,
Something like that.
Rodrigo, for instance, now before he scored against Man City, he had not scored in many games. Dating
32,
20
back,
games.
it's almost 30 games.
which
So
20 games, which 33,
33
games
games.
now.
Dating back to last season. So were they really that exceptional? It's just that we tend to romanticize things a lot after they've happened. I think what Javi wants to do was that he tried to bring balance to the team. The likes of a left-footed player in the front three, all those the Master Tuno and this other guy Adagula. and then we need
Yes, that's
space,
true.
balance. He tried. See, Jabin also tried to do a good job for these guys, but I don't know whether the players they can't really take him because
I feel like maybe Julia lost his confidence, or I don't know, along the way,
yes, because he
because
started well with these
uh,
guys.
at one point he was balling, and then there was one time I was hearing news that anytime he comes up against a strong team, he goes in the match, or he costs them in one way or the other. I think he was the one that lost the ball against in the Clasico. He didn't play anything against Liverpool, and I think the record, I think it got to him, because I don't know. I just think that thing got to his confidence. So I think that's one issue, that one thing that happened with Gullet. And then you see the likes. I don't know. Is it that Mastertono is injured? Because I've
Yes,
not really seen him. Okay, so I just think that those two players are like two key players in Xavi's system, Abi vision, Abi what he has for Real Madrid. And then since those two players have not really been, one has not been available, the other one has refused to turn up. I don't know. It's as if everything is just going downhill from there, because he was not actually playing Rodrigo. And they were even at one point there were reports that Rodrigo was saying that he regrets not leaving. He's not happy. He regrets not leaving at that time he was supposed to leave, something like that. Then boom, the next thing you see him in lineups. Like, I'm like, from year to year now. So I just feel like these players, he's just playing them out of, and I don't get why Hendrick is not starting according to OG. Honestly, when he comes on,
But,
he's playing better than most of all these other
but
players.
where will he
Exactly.
start? Where will he start? But where will he start? You only have Mbappe firing off cylinder, and you can't base Vinicius Junior.
What happens
So
to
Hendrick
Rodrigo?
is
But Rodrigo is
left-footed.
starting now.
Hendrick
So
can play
Rodrigo
from
is
the right.
playing.
Hendrick is left-footed, can play from the right.
Yes.
so you
He
wanted to
can
play for the right
adjust. No, he can adjust. This guy is
side.
hungry for minutes. It's just like Chiesa, for instance. Now, Chiesa can play from the right, can play from the left. He can even play line for you. Just put him in the game, bro. Just put him in the game, and you see this guy perform. You give his 110%. But there are some players that when they need this minutes, put them. The hunger is there. The he has this hidden talent already. Just let him show. Let him show it. Just give him a chance. What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly.
What's worse than this? That's my point. What's worse than this? And why they invest for slots? You have Chiesa there. You will not play. You will not play Chiesa. As if the players
one
have been playing since there's any difference. So just try something.
Wait, just your take and your prediction.
okay. Madrid, who are they playing?
They're
Sevilla.
playing that.
Sevilla.
Yeah.
Sevilla at home, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
I think Madrid will win the game though. I know Sevilla they've been hot recently, but one of the games that Madrid will just get by. So I'll give Madrid a 2-1 win.
All right. Am I right?
I also feel like this is the game they would win. Not because they are playing the best of football right now, but
Last game of
these
the year.
these these opponents, these are the kind of opponents that Madrid will just get one win over. I just feel like it's going to be like a 2-1 win. I think they might concede. So 2-1 win.
All right. William, are you here now? Yes, still busy. Let's see, still busy. All right. For me though, when I watched Madrid yesterday, I was annoyed.
What was this?
Like they want to be too.
They won 3-2,
Okay,
but it should have been a 3-3 match. Oh. Real talk.
Like, they were poor, and I see the player reaction. I think Shabby is gradually losing his dressing room.
he has lost that dressing room since.
There's I since now. If you remove
He has
Mbappe
lost that
and Courtois, those guys will be languishing maybe somewhere around 18th or 19th in the league.
he has
I,
lost he has lost that dressing room since. The thing now is that I think these players they are used to Xabi style and Ancelotti
Ancelotti
styles.
style, they are
But
two completely different styles.
they are very
Ancelotti was more like a
opposite ends
babysitter.
of the spectrum.
He just
Yes.
he doesn't even concern
Ancelotti
himself with training
Ancelotti
sessions.
was
So
their
are you
guy.
aware?
Ancelotti was like their guy.
Yes.
they had this relationship, but then Xavi is like a disciplinarian, he's a
Yeah,
dictator.
exactly, exactly.
Nothing concerns him with all this
Shakara
panic
skills.
and all of that. He just wants to get down to business, coach his team, get results. You understand? So that relationship is not there. I think these players are struggling to handle that. And then even in the way he handles situations too as well. We've seen
Very poor.
The likes of Vinicius getting frustrated at maybe decisions he has made or whatnot. And it's not, Madrid is a big job now. You are managing the team, you are managing the players, you are managing the fans, you are managing the expectations, managing the board and what they demand from you. So
And managing the world as well.
managing the board exactly, but it's a very big club. It's bigger than you just coaching what they are doing on the team, or be on the field rather. And anyhow, yeah, as well as just room since so, and it's kind of affecting how they are how they are playing these days. Because yeah, sure, it'll be alright.
All right, for me, I see the game ending in a 2-2 draw. A 2-2 draw. I'll be join the game 2-2. All right.
Amigo.
We also have we also have ATM taking on Girona at home. Um,
Wait,
OJ,
Girona is at home or ATM is at
yeah,
home?
Girona is at home. OJ, how the game? You see the game now?
Easy wins for
ATM,
ATM now.
ATM.
Easy win for ATM. Girona has been very,
ATM
very
will go.
underwhelming.
Yes,
They've
ATM
been
will go
very
Champions
underwhelming
League.
this season. They're languishing in 18th position this season.
Very nice,
Considering what
and
they
I like
produced.
Girona a lot too.
Yes, they were good that year when they had Dovbyk and the rest. Not anymore.
So
So you know
painful.
when when those underdogs just run on high fuel for a very short period of time, then they just gas out. I think that's what has been happening to them. They are still recovering from that peak performance that they had, I think, 2 seasons back, and they still haven't recovered, sadly enough. So for this particular fixture, I feel as if ATMs it's going to be an easy win for ATM. So likely, if they do get a win and Barcelona go ahead to beats Villarreal, then they will pip Villarreal on into third position. Although Villarreal will still have two matches on hand. But I think for this match, it's going to be an easy win for ATM. So maybe it's going to be ATM to win 2 goals to nothing. Even though it's easy win, we know these guys, they hardly score goals in counts of threes and fours. It's going to be 2-0 for them.
All right. Ahmed, ATM, ATM because I'll take that. How you see this ATM game be now?
Me, I no
1.5 is
stick
almost
am
sure.
o. Me, I no
They, will-
stick
they,
am
will- they
o.
will win. They will, no, they will win. ATM will win. I don't think Girona is good enough for them. I know say sometimes ATM their head they shake sometimes, but I don't. This is not the game that they will lose. Not against not against this kind of opponents. I think they will win like let's say 3-1, 3-1, a 3-1 win. I'm sure.
All right. Okay, 3-1 win, comfortable. Wait, how do you see this game ending now? Girona at home to ATM.
This game, you're expecting them to win the game easily, and these are the games that they'll go and struggle. So I expect them to win, yes, but I feel they're going to it's going to be like a 1-0 win for Atletico Madrid.
All right. 1-0. Okay, for me, I feel ATM should win the game. Girona has been picking up some certain performance recently. Like, yeah, but I still see ATM still winning. ATM should win at least. ATM is defensively strong, so it will be 2-0 win for ATM. 2-0 win for ATM. I think that's all for weekend preview. But we also have AFCON starting on Sunday. Yeah, AFCON starting on Sunday. Um, the AFCON is back, and I think this year, due to maybe because of Nigeria's though, due to we not qualifying for the World Cup, the AFCON has lost a bit of hype. Like I don't know. I be they see the AFCON. Are you
Sir?
people following the AFCON?
I know
Concern
Like
me,
feel
not
AFCON,
I know feel any hype. Oh.
it has lost a bit of hype. Like no, when you have the Euros coming and you know say the Euros day, you will feed the Euros. or you have the Copa America. You know, Copa America is coming. AFCON is starting on Sunday, and most of us, I don't think most of us know AFCON is starting on
I
Sunday.
want to feel the
Is it
hype.
that?
Situation at 1-0 match is full everywhere.
Is it that?
AFCON
Is it that? Is
under
that Nigeria
2.5.
qualifying? Is it
AFCON,
that
Well,
Nigeria? The hype is not there.
AFCON has suffered in you guys' hand.
It's one of the meanest tournaments in terms of goals. So let's not
yes,
even
so
go
honestly
that
speaking,
direction.
I
under
just dey
Why?
worry.
2.5.
My own are just the Ahmad and the boom we go AFCON just dey pay me. That's all.
Under 2.5.
And they go far for the tournament too. How sad.
So
No,
Cameroon supposed to come for group stage. Oh.
Cameroon will go fast. But anyway, that let's just do our AFCON edition. So AFCON is starting this
That's
Sunday in
prediction.
Morocco.
Oh God. Oh.
This
when
AFCON is starting this in
how long you
Morocco.
want to do this edition, Oga?
No, just to talk about our favorite and dark horse. Not gonna take long.
I don't get. Oh God. I
Normally,
go.
normally, our beloved Nigeria are going to take on the like of Tanzania and co. But heading on to this AFCON, we'll be seeing the like of Cameroon releasing two lists. One na the coach list, the other one na the FA list. we saw Nicolas Pepe not coming out to express his anger for not qualifying, for not being picked towards the AFCON. Then we saw Nigeria fighting for World Cup ticket, backward, fighting for World Cup ticket. Um, a bit of feisty. Even saw Onana not being in the initial list, but being in the final list. Like they released initial list before, already there. They can't release final list. They can't put in name. So game that didn't never
You know,
even
you know,
start. Say because
you
they
know
put
they beat the list
for
now. Didn't say I'm gonna put on for list. Now what?
because you be like let's say not the matric list. Because
Graduation list.
I'm
Because
just
guy,
saying that Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire they are in the same group. Hey, one person go come out.
Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes, now
yeah,
Ahmad and Bomo.
but
Cameroon coming on soon.
no matter I think they qualify for group. If you think you qualify for group, they get one place for
Not they
best
spoil my group. You know.
best result.
Don't
No,
worry. Cameroon,
no,
Cameroon to the semi-finals.
all
Look
right,
at
then
you.
let us do our top two favorites to win the league, to win the tournament, and our dark horse. I'll go first. My top favorite are Morocco because they're the host nation, and when it comes to their game, both women and youth level and both their main level, I feel this is just a prime edition that prime example that if you invest in your football, it will give you reward. I think Morocco is one of the favorites for me, and I also see Nigeria because I see backwards after losing to the final. That was last year. I mean last 2 years. I see
Be
I
like
feel
say, be like say you know what this game against the Congo abi?
I feel see I feel see I feel see feeling.
I can't go do like small picking. Oh
Ah,
God.
go ashamed, that be ashamed. Jesus.
I feel the feel. But we get quality. We get
We know
quality.
we
We
get
have the
short,
quality.
short.
I,
Like,
I still can
hey,
I still see we still have the quality to be one of the
Baba, I
favorites in the
never
tournament.
recover, bro.
Then for my dark horse, I will go for DR Congo because Omodako is just stayed like 5 years with the team. So there have been enough structure and enough reading when it comes to playing football. And I feel they've matured enough. They are kind of dark horse for me. Let me move back to Emirates, your two favorite and your dark horse.
Well, my two favorites would be one, Morocco. I'm giving it to Morocco because it is clear and obvious these guys they have improved in terms of football all rounds in all areas. They have really improved, and they are the hosts. So hosts they usually get one kind. I don't know if I should call it advantage. Maybe it's from the fans or something. So they will definitely go far. I don't know if they will surely win it, but they will definitely go far. Then the second team. I am backing is Egypt. I feel like this Musala Karaga issue is going to fuel this Egyptian team. I'm actually looking forward for what they are going to do because if you observe, I have been seeing a lot of their posts. I've been seeing a lot. I don't know. It's as if this Karaga issue has brought out this, like they just have a point to prove. So I believe they are going to be going all out in this competition. So maybe to help Salah win it or something like that. So I'm actually backing Egypt as my second favorite. Then in terms of dark horse, I would want to say Sheikh Ved qualified.
Yeah, Cape Verde qualified.
If Cape Verde qualified, I would want to say Cape Verde because I don't understand. I mean, the World Cup qualifiers, I don't know. These people are doing wonders. I don't know. I feel like we are sleeping on Cape Verde a lot. I don't know. These guys are just, I don't know. They are just good. So I'm actually backing them as the dark. I'm taking them as dark horse in this competition.
All right, all right. OJ, your two favorites and the dark horse.
Okay, well, for my favorite, of course, it will be Morocco. Not just because the last two persons have picked them, but primarily because they've been the best team in Africa for I think more than a year now. I think there's a stat flying around that after 2022 World Cup, they are either unbeaten or they have only lost one since then. So yeah, that goes on to show more testament to the fact that they're actually investing heavily in their football and it's paying well, it's paying good dividend. They have good players plying their trades abroad and even locally, right? And then Regrag with their coach is doing a hell of a job at the helm of affairs. So yes, obviously, apart from the fact that of course the home advantage does give them a very huge boost, right? And we know how AFCON always plays out. Those the hosts usually tend to advance a lot more further than some other teams. So yeah, coupled with the fact that they are very good, they're in a good position right now. I don't know if Hakimi made the squad because I think he's still injured, but I think that even in his injury, he should be able to make the squad. That's how important of a player he is for them. So yeah, they are going to be my very top favorites because the second favorite is going to be like second place, right? So for that, I'm torn between Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal, but I'll give it to Senegal, right? And then for my dark horse, okay, Nigeria facing surprise us one kind of, so yeah, let's leave it at that.
But we should keep
Ah,
on
this,
Nigeria. Like, should keep on
I
Nigeria. Because Nigeria has quality. We can. What's the lack of Chukwueze and Calvin Bassey, the ball
You
for
s-
Fulham?
you s- swear
What's he
swear
hope to?
swear
What's he
say
hope to?
swear say
What's
they go
he hope
turn
for this
favorite to go
team?
any
turn
What's he
anytime
rival.
hope
I
for
dey
this team?
mention Nigeria, I don't know why this is doing for body. I want to see that our second half, the extra time of that match. God, God.
But don't forget the first half we were good though. And yeah, very good first half though.
No,
So
ah,
forget.
my own eyes. So if Osimhen now, let's say the first game of the tournament, Osimhen got injured, that mean we don't die. Oh. We're not gonna just play anything again in the tournament. We just submit form say one comot. Ah, God. We are just
Anyway,
no.
um, over to you. Your two top team and your dark horse.
Oh, the Taranga Lions. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, the Anga Lions of Senegal.
Senegal, yes. You know they've won this tournament now, and their squad is quite good as well. They have solid players almost everywhere. So, but honestly speaking, though, believe the favorites are generally Morocco because of how they've played, not just over the past years. I think even before the 2022 World Cup, in the last AFCON, I think they lost in the they got semi-final, right? I mean quarters. So they've been good. They've been good. They've been solid. They've been winning comfortably well. Their country has poured into sports. You understand? So they have this kind of good platform, and then they are not the host too as well. So maybe this is their time to finally win the tournament again. Then Morocco first favorite, second is Senegal. Senegal, we have explained what my reasons just now. They have a good team, solid team. Players like Ndiaye, Jackson, um, Ismail Assar, Matassa in Senegal. Their 11 is full of stars in that sense. Then you have the leadership of Sadio Mane, even though now he's in Saudi, but then again, he still does well for Senegal. So they have the potential there too as well. Then underdogs, oh, um, you guys have mentioned Cape Verde, DR Congo. Um, I don't know if I'll class Algeria as an underdog, shall, but nobody's talking about them. But they've been doing okay too as well. They kind of did well in their qualification group. Um, I
What
don't really
about
have
the
anything.
defending champion Cote d'Ivoire? Nobody just said about the defending champion Cote d'Ivoire
They've been
because
shaky. Nothing did there. They've been shaky. The core of the players that won them that last AFCON, they are
Yeah,
not
they
even.
for them.
they are good, but I
They
don't think
called
they're
they
not with
called
champagne.
Zaha. They called Zaha this time. They could pick up Zaha. They call they bring in Zaha back. Supporting and they have Lampese, they have they have this guy. I'm forgetting his name. He played midfield. I'm forgetting midfield pairing. But they still have some core players
Already.
that you know. Even Diamonde is back too. So I
We
feel
have Sangari in
Sandali,
defense.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see how they perform, Sha.
Ah, hopefully this AFCON promises us I want to see I want to see action. I want to see referee doing 85 minutes instead of 90 minutes. I want to see
I'm not
I
sad for
want to
that.
see that I want to see I want to see our coach after we score the winner in the final, bathing his head in water again. I want to see I want to see goals. I want us to face
Chances.
something
You want
again.
to see go, you
I
miss
want to face
road though.
I want to face essay again. I want to face essay, and I also want to face Cote d'Ivoire too. But I know say if we catch if we catch Senegal or Morocco, I want the end. Um,
Not
So
the
you
Congo
know.
come out with some weeks ago.
I think if we Congo game
They
again,
find
we can face them.
Cote d'Ivoire
This Victor, be like say you rate Nigeria too much.
they find Cote d'Ivoire
Too
South
patriotic.
Africa.
Oh. Say what cash, you want cash essay,
Uh,
but
I want
Congo where you meet, Congo, you don't get
We
one
help
single
keep up
shot for
with
full second extra time.
I think if
Oh,
we play Congo, they will beat Congo. I think if we play Congo, we will beat Congo. Forget the Congo beat us or BK. I think they beat us. Oh. Nobody say they beat us
Rally PK. Those
like
for
they
the
beat
Better,
us.
play us ball.
better close
No,
this
I think
shop
they
now, you know.
PK they play us ball. Ah,
guy, like we not play
let's have
like God, it was just humiliating, guy.
round up.
Like
Let's round up.
we not play nothing,
I mean,
nothing. We just play
all
like
right,
the first 20 something minutes of the game. As soon as I beg.
okay, all right. That's our AFCON preview. So I wish everyone if nice AFCON. I hope Nigeria can win the cup for us. So before we go, please like, subscribe, engage, comment, share, preach the gospel. The metabolites are here to stay. Number one podcast is here. Currently at 122 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow.
378 on TikTok.
Wow.
Please, we still need to improve. Please subscribe. Thank you for subscribing though first, but still share the gospel. Please share the gospel. And out, please, I need one more hand that can actually undo CapCut editing. Even though you may not be how would I say, you may not be good at it. Just even though I want video if you make a day, I will really like the
It's really
not say it's striking for me though, but sometimes I feel they data maybe I feel not get data or I feel they use data to do something.
Anytime.
I feel they very busy. So yeah, kind of thing. So need one more hand to just make the engagement they push. But still yet, I thank you
I'll
guys
see.
for tuning in. I thank you guys
I'll see
for
what I can
coming
do.
up. I thank you guys for turning up. Shout out to our director OJ. Without him, I'm not sure say this podcast would have been a blast though. Um, Shout out to Emered, Ray, and Brilliant. See you guys next week, same station, same channel.
See
Where
you, bro.
we
See you
review
guys. Take care,
different show.
house.
No,
Good
good
night.
night,
Good night.
everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Might leave brilliant for you and be how.